understand that the God is God, and that He requires all our attention, He requires all our devotion, and He requires our obedience. We need to be obedient. Always, when we are going to pray, we need to begin by acknowledging the authority of God over our lives. We need to understand that. If you cannot submit to the authority of God, it's going to be very difficult for you to present or to have a prayer life that is effective. We need to submit ourselves to the authority of God, understand that He controls our lives. And we need to understand that when we come to His presence, we need to begin by exalting His majesty, exalting His character, His holiness, and we need to understand that He is God. When we are going to court, and we have a problem in court, and we're gonna address the judge. How do we address the judge? Your honor, your honor. And let me tell you, if you even sometimes saying your honor, they don't let you even talk. Okay? Yes. Because what? That judge has the power in his hand. In that court, he can do anything he wants. He can say, sheriff, lock him up, and it's done. So when we address that judge, we go with respect. I see how the Catholics that can get close to the Pope, how they are. I mean, these people kiss his feet. They bow down, and he's a man that needs salvation. Now tell me, if you receive an invitation to come and see the president, how important that will be for you. You prepare yourself. You recognize you're going to talk to the president of the United States. Now imagine when you come to talk to God, which is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, created the universe. He did all for you. He created you and He saved you. Now tell me, what kind of reverence you should have? What kind of respect you should have? You know, the posture that you use when you pray is not as important as the condition of your heart. Okay? You can pray sitting down, you can pray lying down, you can go on your knees, and that doesn't say any less or any more, but your heart, the attitude of your heart. Do you understand that you are in the presence of God, that you are approaching the most powerful person in the universe? That He's your Father and He loves you, but He deserves your respect. He deserves that you come to Him in sincerity, hiding anything. Now listen, you know that God sees everything you do, everything. You know He knows everything you think. Before the words come out of your mouth, He knows. Now tell me, do you think that He is going to just be all surprised when you come and tell Him what's going on with you? No. The other way around. He feels very glad when you confess your problems to Him. You know, when my children come to me and they say, well, Daddy, you know, I did this or I did that. That just takes everything out. I mean, Jeremiah hit the band one time, and I see that in there, and I said, wow, who did this? Don did it, who did it? I go out there, who wrecked the band, and Jeremiah comes and said, well, Daddy, I did. That, you know, that's it. That disarmed Daddy completely. And that's the same thing with God. We come from God, and we, number one, acknowledge who He is. We acknowledge His authority, His holiness, and we acknowledge what? Our need for Him. And we acknowledge our sinful stage, and we acknowledge our problem and our weaknesses. It's just that simple. We need to acknowledge His power, His majesty, His holiness, and then acknowledge our sinful nature and our need for Him. This is extremely important. If you come in front of God to pray, and you bring a list this big, and you start asking, I need, Father, do this, do this, do this, do that. and you haven't even prepared your heart. You haven't even, acknowledged him for who he is. You haven't really worshiped him. I mean, what kind of prayer is that? That sounds like a song that I have. I don't want to mention his name, but when the telephone rings, I know this boy needs something. I just know that he's coming because if he doesn't need anything, he's not going to call me. He's going to call me when he needs. So I know that. You see, and it doesn't feel good because they're calling you because they need something. Now, how do you think God feels when we come to him with a grocery list this long, and we just, especially when the Bible says that he knows. Wait, listen, he knows your every single need. He knows what you need. Matter of fact, he knows what you need better than you do.